Recently in the market, we have been seeing the most major cryptos taking an absolute dive. I mean, we have seen 50% corrections followed by 30% retracements, by 50% corrections. It is absolutely insane, right? So what I wanted to do today is, go over something that I have talked about a lot recently. Well, on my channel, I have been consistently saying that now is not the time to be speculative, but it is now the time to buy cryptos that are more well established, that have the higher chance of making it out of these volatile times. Well, one crypto that I have talked about time and time again in those videos, but never really brought to my channel, was ADA Cardano, or ADA, or ADA, or however you like to say it. Now, whenever it comes to ADA Cardano, I do have a video coming out very soon that's going to break it down, and I'll talk about why I'm truly such a big fan of it and why I think there is such a future. But in today's video, we are going to be going over the technical analysis and some things that we can expect going forward that I think will influence the price, simply for the fact that there is a lot going on, and we are at a very crucial 7 days for Cardano and ADA Cardano just within the time span that we are looking at. And I'm very excited to see where this thing does go, as I think it has loads of implications of what we can expect from Cardano over the next months and years to come. So with that being said, for all of you new viewers out there, I will let you know that I do have a Patreon. Now in this Patreon, you do get access to many things. You get access to the trades I make, you get access to my technical analysis, my portfolios, you get early access to these videos, research reports, security reports. You get access to many different things on all of your favorite crypto. So go down to the link in the description, check it out, and if you could support it, that'd be phenomenal. Also, if you are looking to expand out into a new brokerage or start your own investment journey, I highly recommend using the referral link down below. It'll bring you over to Webull. Whenever you sign up and deposit $100, you will get 2 free stocks valued all the way up to $1,850. It's a fantastic deal. It is a fantastic opportunity, and I think everyone should take advantage of it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump straight into the charts. Well, as I did say before, I think we are looking at a very crucial moment on ADA's overall technical analysis, like the charts themselves, right? Whenever we do our technical analysis, again, we're not looking to see, okay, this is for sure going to happen, but help justify trades that we are going to make, right? We look at these indicators, we look at these patterns, we look at these signs and say, okay, I think this may happen and this is why. We never go into these things blindly. But what I want to go ahead and do is we just simply take a little brush here. And one thing that I am noticing is that we are seeing a very clear potential inverse head and shoulders. Now, if this is confirmed, look, it looks like a little smiley face sometimes. Look at the 2 eyes in the mouth. Anyway, but one time, what we will see at times, if this is confirmed, is that with these inverse head and shoulders, that they are, of course, very bullish. It can be a sign that we're going to see some great upward momentum. Now, what that is going to be, of course, this is going to be the head. This is going to be shoulder number 1, and it looks like we could be forming shoulder number 2. Now, what we are going to need to see from ADA in order to confirm that this is actually happening is a retest and a close within this level of resistance. Now, what we will typically see is between, it tends to vary sometimes, but on average, whenever we do see a retracement, we will see a retracement / recovery back into the 61.8 to the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement levels, and that typically acts as strong resistance. As we can see here, we did work our way all the way back up from the swing high to the swing low, worked our way all the way back up. We wicked into it, but we were, of course, not then capable of breaking it. Now, what we want to see from this thing is a break into this resistance level, a closing within this level, and optimally a closing above it. Now, typically that's not 100% positive from that point forward that we will go up. Sometimes what we will see is a break here, then a retest, which I always look for the retest. Always look for the retest because it typically always happens. Then if that level of support is established, then the uptrend can begin. So what I'm looking for from ADA at the moment is to simply see us be able to work our way into this level of resistance. If we can break that level of resistance, it would be a very great sign that we may be seeing this uptrend continue. Now, if that is the case and we do get that, what can we expect price-wise to see from ADA? Well, personally speaking, it's always a kind of like a good note to go off of the distance between the head and this level of the shoulders, and you can take that, apply it to where we are, well, roughly, just to get a rough estimate. I never like to give real strong price predictions, but more ballpark, ideas. And what I am thinking personally is that if we are then capable of seeing this clearing, closing, and establishment of support, that we could very likely see ADA see somewhere around that $2.05 or $2.02 to $2.08 mark. I would honestly be very surprised if we do get a close above this that we don't see it climb that high. So with that being said, if that is the case, we could still be looking at a growth of roughly, let's see, about 33 to 35% from the point that we are at the moment. Now, personally speaking, of course, that does sound great. Oh, we can make a 33% gain. Fantastic. I'm going to buy some right now, right? Well, Not just yet. What I would say personally, just in order to have a justified entry, is I am just waiting to kind of see how we do gauge this interaction. Because what could be very possible is that we do see a bit of a more, non-asymmetrical head and shoulders form here, right? We could definitely see the price fall somewhere around these levels. Who knows, maybe even bounce off here, and then we start to see our way up. Now with that, that goes to show that as long as we do see this head and shoulders, this second shoulder, this right shoulder right here, as long as we do see this form above where this head is, we're good. The moment we start to see this price maybe fall down here, it is now confirmed that we are not seeing an inverse head and shoulders, and we need to be prepared because that is looking like the start of a pretty long-term downtrend, right? So what I would say that personally I am doing is, as we have seen a pretty strong rejection here at this level of resistance and off that EMA, what I'm thinking is that I'm just going to wait and start to see the direction in which this thing goes and where it is going to find long-term support. If we are able to find and continue to find support around this 50% retracement level in which we're at the moment, it'd be optimal, because I think we do have some great things coming in the future that could boost the price up, even if it does consolidate for a while, just kind of operating here and then start to work its way up. That's fine with me, okay? But again, we're looking to pay close attention. Okay, will it form a shoulder above this head, or will the price fall below? And if the price falls below, that's the sign of a downtrend, because as we can see here, we're setting lower highs and lower lows. Say if something like this was to happen, if we take our line, we can see that it's going to be very hard to see that. Hold on, let's get this fixed. But as we can see, there we go. As we can see, we would be forming something of a downtrend of this nature. Oh, there we go. Boom. We'd be forming a downtrend of this nature, and of course, we would be stuck within that until we could break this level of resistance on the downward momentum there. So we're at a very crucial moment. We are at a very, very crucial moment to see where this thing is going to go. Again, pay close attention to it, because this is not saying it is going to do this. But what this does, establishing these levels of support and resistance, paying attention to this, understanding the capabilities, understanding where it will go if we see it fall, looking for these different levels of support. These are only important simply for the fact that it allows us to have confidence in our buys. Because right now, I think ADA will go up into $10 one day, so I'm gonna just buy some right now. Of course, you could do that if you truly have faith in them. But every time you see this thing fall, if you were to buy it right now, right, and you see it fall maybe 20% to somewhere around these levels, you may panic sell, not realizing that it's forming a shoulder here, setting itself up for a 70% rise back to the upside. So with that, that's why this technical analysis is not the know-all be-all, but rather just a good establishment of confidence with these trades. Now, the reason that I did say earlier is that I do think that we could be seeing, some very good things coming forward that could boost us to this price target of about $2.08, is going to be the fact that in 2 days from now, we are actually getting information about the smart contracts. So as many of you do know, there's going to be multiple phases to the ADA Cardano project itself. And with that, one of the ones that is coming up next is going to be the introduction of smart contracts. Now, that's not saying within the next few days the smart contracts are coming out, but rather we're going to get an update knowing exactly what's going on, and hopefully we do get even more of a timeline of when we can expect that to happen. Many people got to realize that ADA and Cardano itself, or ADA Cardano, that this is just the beginning. We're just at base level when it comes to overall potential. They've only just really gotten this thing going and established this to be able to be a currency between me give it to you and you give it to me, etc. And then they've gotten a little bit of stuff done. But the overall idea and the overall use case and ecosystem in which they are creating, we're still at base level. So all of the excitement, all of the hype, and everything that we are seeing at the moment is only just getting started. And I think the smart contract update will definitely be a step in the right direction. Now, personally, this could go one of two ways. Whenever we see this smart contract update come out, people can be so excited about it that it can be, the buy the rumor, sell the news, where we start to really see it climb up. And then next thing you know, it can't keep up this momentum. We hit into the smart contract, we get the updates, and then we see a fall. At that point, I would be looking to see a retest of this previous resistance, use this as support. If we do fall through that, again, we could have seen some major fake out there that could then lead to a downtrend. But overall, I'm expecting that this is going to be good news, and I think that it will result in a very good price movement for ADA. So we'll keep a very, very close eye on it. Now, a lot of people are saying, why ADA Cardano? Why are you paying so close attention to them right now? What's so special? Again, I do have a video coming out about them soon, but one thing I think we need to think about is what's fresh on people's minds. Okay, and this is what made me so short-term and long-term bullish on ADA, because I think that there's so many capabilities for it to apply to some modern-day problems. Now, one of those more specifically that we'll just get into today, and this kind of just a little taste of what's coming in the next video, is what we've been seeing with Elon Musk. Now, this is what really caught my attention with the ADA to make me think, oh, there's even more of a use case here, right? Well, as we do know, Elon Musk has been on this whole thing recently talking about, okay, we need to make these things more sustainable. If you know anything about how the system works, basically the way Bitcoin and many of these other cryptos get mined is not good for the environment, because it kind of incentivizes this big competition for people to use even more energy to then be able to mine the Bitcoin, and then from there, that is going to be bad for the environment. Well, ADA takes a different approach, and the approach that ADA takes is actually going to be fantastic for the environment itself and provides a solution to the problems in which Elon Musk is addressing. So it says proof of stake turns the competitive game of proof of work, which is what Bitcoin uses, proof of work, methods into a collaborative game, wherein a person can mine or validate block transactions based on their stake or how many coins they hold. Each person does this independently, so there are no losing parties and no energy or electricity wasted in the validation process. Proof of stake cryptocurrencies are far more computationally efficient and environmentally friendly than proof of work cryptocurrencies. So considering the fact that ADA is now on the, the forefront of this sustainable energy movement, and everyone's starting to apply and starting to think, okay, how can we apply some sustainable energy processes to the overall mining of Bitcoin or mining to some of these other cryptocurrencies, we see that the solution can be provided by ADA. And so with that, I think that that is another reason why we have seen it react much better than some of these other cryptocurrencies during this downtrend. And this is what I mean by the cryptos that have established themselves with a true use case, that have the most potential, because they are the ones that will make it out of this in the long term. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, but that is just a little bit and a little taste of what all ADA has, what ADA Cardano has in store. And as we do go forward, we will of course continue to monitor this thing. I figured I couldn't keep talking about ADA Cardano on the channel, in my separate videos without actually making my own videos about them. So I will of course start to do that if you guys are interested. Of course, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. Again, I will be posting a full-blown video talking about all of the things that ADA Cardano has that makes them unique and in my opinion better than the rest. And with that, I will update you guys very soon on what we see from this price. Again, be careful, pay close attention to it, and let's see exactly where this goes. And then from there, we can make some very cool, calm, and calculated trades. But I hope you guys did find some value in today's video. If you did, of course, one more time, you can let me know by smashing that like button, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.